Let's talk about bonus depreciation, how to explain it to clients. And it's a big but, you're gonna have to understand 179 first, section 179 first, before we talk about bonus depreciation. So if you don't know what section 179 is, then go back and learn 179, then go into bonus depreciation. For those who know bonus depreciation, let's get into it and let's go into the details of how it works. Now, the reason why you need to know 179 first is because for right now, the way the current rules is as of 2025 is that you're going to take 179 deduction first, and then whatever 179 couldn't deduct for whatever reason because of limitations, then you're going to go into bonus depreciation and try to get a little extra depreciation from the bonus depreciation. So as we know, we should know, is that bonus depreciation has been going down over time. It was 100% from 2017 to 2022. And then 2023 it actually was brought down to 80%. For 2024, it's 60%. For 2025, it's going to be 40%. For 2026, it's going to be 20%. And then in 2027 and onwards, it's zero, zip, zero, nada. You know what this sounds like to me? It sounds like how Black Friday used to be. A long time ago, Black Friday used to be awesome. Great deals, great sales and everything. And as time went on, Black Friday is starting to suck. There are no deals. So just like bonus depreciation is starting to suck over time. You once were able to get 100% bonus depreciation. And now as of today's taping, it's going to be 60%. And next year it's going to be 20%. So Black Friday isn't what it used to be anymore. So it used to be where back in 2017 to 2022, you probably didn't even have to do 179. You just did bonus depreciation on everything, on cars, on equipment. And the great thing about bonus depreciation is that it could cause a loss or create a bigger loss. Well, 179, you can't do that. So that's the big difference with bonus depreciation. Why it's so great is that it could create larger business losses if the business is already experiencing a loss. Now, what you need to know about bonus depreciation is that, and this is the same thing for 179 deduction as well, is that timing is everything. And what do I mean by timing? Timing is when the item is actually placed in service, when the item is actually being used by the business. It's not when it's bought, it's actually when the item is placed in service. So most of the time, for most businesses, you buy something, you use it right away. But there might be some time where you buy something and for some reason, you don't use it and you might use it next year. So placed in service is really important to know. And let's give an example. It's Black Friday 2024. Sally just bought an oven for her bakery and she's thinking, yay, in 2024, the bonus depreciation is 60%. But because of this holiday rush, she wasn't able to install her oven. She was just too busy cooking pound cake. So instead, what she did was she waited till January of 2025 to install the oven. So she bought it in November 2024, installed it in January of 2025. Now, a couple months later, she's gonna go talk to her accountant, and her accountant is saying, hey, I saw you bought a new oven in November of 2024. Great, we're gonna try to 179 that or one bonus depreciate, whatever we're gonna do. We're gonna try to expense that. And then she goes, yeah, I just bought a new oven. It's so great. I just installed it last week. And the accountant's like, what? You installed it last week? You mean in 2025? And she goes, yeah. And he's just like, uh-oh, there is a problem because she put it in service in 2025. The accountant's gonna have to tell her that, hey, sorry, Sally, even though you did buy it in 2024, because you didn't put it into service until 2025, we don't deduct it on your 2024 taxes. You're gonna have to wait till next year to get the deduction. But also, because now it's 2025, if she was trying to do the bonus depreciation, she's only getting 40%. She thought she was gonna get 60% because in her mind, as most clients think, is that when you buy it, that's the year you deduct it, and she bought it in 2024. She thought she was gonna get a 60% bonus depreciation, but lo and behold, the accountant, the bearer of bad news, had to tell the client, Sally, that no, it's gonna be 40% now because we have to report it on a 2025 tax return. Well, Sally ain't happy, and maybe she should have watched this video and put it in service in 2024. Now let's talk about what items actually qualify for bonus depreciation. And the general summary is that Generally, tangible property with recovery period of 20 years or less qualifies if it's new or used and placed in service during the year. Qualified improvement property, QIP, covers interior improvement made to non-residential building after it's been placed in service. This includes things like lighting, flooring, decor, and upgrades. Oh my God, that was freaking crazy. Let's break this down so it's easier to understand. Tangible property are things that you could touch, like equipment, car, shelving, flooring, lighting, all those things. Recovery periods of 20 years or less. These are most items. The only thing that doesn't qualify would be like outside of the building itself, like where you have to depreciate over 27 and a half years or 39 years. And then qualified if it's new or used and placed in service during the year. So it doesn't matter if it's new or used items. So the general term is new to you or new to the business owner, right? So even if they bought something used, as long as it's new to them, then it will qualify for 179 and bonus depreciation. And again, it has to be in service during the year. Now, qualified improvement property, there's a whole section on this, and it's specifically for bonus depreciation. These are normally interior items inside a commercial building. This would be like lighting, flooring, decoration, upgrades, but there's also a whole list of things that don't qualify, such as building expansion. So if you're adding, I don't know, a new room or something, installing elevators or escalators. I've never had a client that installed elevators or escalators, so that really doesn't really apply to my clients. Structural framework. I'm not in construction, but I believe that means like beams and columns. And then intangible assets don't qualify. Intangible are things that you can't touch. Like, ooh, you can't touch it because it's not touchable. It's like a thought, like patents and trademarks and goodwill. Those are things that are considered intangible assets. But like my cup here, I could touch it. So this would be a tangible asset. And again, the last thing that doesn't qualify are things that have a depreciation life of over 20 years. And that does it. Just wanted to quickly go over how bonus depreciation is phasing out. And hopefully if Congress or the Trump administration will extend its original bonus depreciation rules, which is 100%, then that would be great. Also wanted to give some examples of what qualified and what didn't. Remember to like, share, and comment in the video. If there's anything else you want me to make videos on, just let me know. Goodbye. Let's go over how 179 and bonus depreciation really works real quick. Let me see if I could just scoot in here. So 179. So let's say you have a $20,000 equipment that you want to deduct. But for some reason, let's say the business only has a profit of $5,000. So because 179 cannot create a loss, that means 5,000 will be deducted under 179. So this will fall under 179, but 15,000 could actually qualify for bonus depreciation. So what we would do is take this $15,000, it would go into, we're gonna call it BD for bonus depreciation. And in the bonus depreciation for 2024, it's 60% off. So that means 9,000 could be deducted on top of the 5,000. So that's going to create a $9,000 loss. And then whatever remaining amount has to be depreciated over the life that has a depreciation, whatever the life says by the IRS.